She said no. Yes, Sienna said no. Hey, what's up, Italo? Who else is in here? What's up, Brooke? Who else is on this joint today? Bombay, True 1229. Hola. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody feeling out there? So you guys know I always pull up to Women's Wednesdays like about 1 or 2 minutes late. I literally just finished a Zoom class with Future. He is getting close to ending school, so this is going to get even more interesting in quarantine, because we know what that means. That means that we have to occupy our time that was being occupied with something to do. So I don't know about you guys, but we're still trying to figure it all out. I feel a little bit better in quarantine because I feel like it's not this new thing. This life has become the new norm. Sometimes I do have little moments where I'm like a little like stir crazy or frustrated. I'm like, I just want to do something more. I was saying to my friends how I contemplated taking Future and Sienna stuffed animals and putting them outside and acting like we're going to go on a safari ride. That's how crazy it's getting now. I'm like, what can we do to just keep the fun going? Ordering more pool floaties, just doing all kind of stuff to just like keep it interesting. But nonetheless, as you guys know, this is Women's Wednesdays, our chance for us women to connect. Pulling up some of the questions that you guys asked. You guys submitted them to the Beauty Marks page. And as always, I like to chat about things you guys are thinking of and want to talk about. And so today, so there I'm gonna go through a couple of them, but I'll start with this first one. Someone says here, how do you let a best friend go who only causes you a headache? Okay, so I think last week I talked about this best friend thing, and I'm just a big believer that your friends that are in your friend circle should share a very similar vision to the one that you have for yourself. Doesn't mean you guys aspire to do the exact same things in life, but the level of thinking, the way that you approach life has to be aligned. Russ and I always talk about being equally yoked in our marriage, and I think it's game changing when you and your partner or the person on the other side has a very similar vision and philosophy to how you want to approach life. And I think that this idea kind of applies to even your friendships. Like, you want to be equally yoked all around. You want to have just a great have a good circle of friends that understand you understand them, so that when you guys do get frustrated or when you guys do have moments, you always can work through them because you're pretty much on the same page. So if someone is causing you a headache from like stuff that has something to do with nothing, if that makes any sense, then you most likely need to like kind of let that go, because friends that cause headaches is not a healthy relationship. Somebody else asked another question. Let me see here. Who's more firm with kids, Russ or me? I think it depends on the moment. Sienna, she gets him. I will tell you, Russ is like, he's pretty tough. He's firm with love, I will say. But I think Sienna, like, she kind of gets him sometimes, just a little bit. And it's always cute to see that, because he's like, all about the principle, but then every now and then Sienna's like the great negotiator, and she gets dad really good. And I just laugh. I laugh inside and I'm smiling on the inside, like that toughness kind of going out the door a little bit right now in those moments. Let me see. Someone says, talk about what this stillness is like as someone who's been on the go for 15 years. What's going on with you mentally, and how will you get back to being busy after experiencing quarantine? So this stillness has definitely been I'm a homebody, so I will say being at home is not really the most the craziest thing for me because I'm always on the go. So I enjoy being at home in those moments. But I think that being a homebody is one thing, but being told to stay home is something else. Like now it's like you put something else on my whole like setup and flow. And the fact that I can't go out and like eat, and just have like a normal, just go have a date night or go have a lunch somewhere, just go out and be in a different environment does kind of get a bit challenging at times, honestly frustrating at times. I just try to manage all of those feelings, so I don't want to let it like work me up so much that I carry a weight with it throughout my everyday movement, because that's not going to be healthy. Plus I'm pregnant, so I want to have some good balance mentally for all those reasons too. But it definitely is a different feeling, because I am used to moving and shaking. Luckily I've been able to still keep working out, and I've been able to do a lot of meetings through Zoom, which I think there's been a positive to that. I think the positive to it is that you're not having to get on flights every other day. Because what I do now that I have kids and family, before, when I was like, younger and didn't have any responsibilities of any kind, of any sort like that, I would, such as family and kids, I would go to a place and be able to have a little grace period to hang out and like just kind of do, whatever I wanted to do. And now for me, it's like, I got to get back home. I got to get back home to